Hello, my dear students. So today we are going to discuss database concept with you. Already the chapters Python revision tool, working with function, file handling we have already discussed. So today we are going to discuss what is the database. So as you know, database is the organized collection of data. Okay, if the question will come, what is the database? We will see database is the organized collection of data. Okay, or we can call structured data. Clear my point? So why we need the database concept? There are lots of things are available. Why we need the database concept? If the question arises, we will be give the answer. Okay, previously we are using the file system, traditional file system. So in the traditional file system, we'll face different types of problems. So what are the problems we face? So here in the traditional file system, okay, what are the problem we face? First one is your data redundancy. Okay, that means duplicate data. Second one is your data inconsistency. Okay, there should not be the relationship between the data inconsistency data you will get. Mismatch between the data. Data integrity. Okay, that means it's not following the particular constraint. That is called data integrity. Okay, particular constant or particular rule, or we can call it condition, it is not satisfied. Then data security. Okay, these are the different problem we face here in the file system. So to overcome this problem, we introduced which one? So these are the advantage of database. Reduce. If the question will come, what is the advantage of database? Reduce data redundancy. Okay, then reduce that inconsistent data. Data integrity. Reduce data integrity. There is no data integrity. Okay, data integrity error should not be there. Clear? Data security. So these are the advantage we will get here, and these are the disadvantage in the where we are not getting this facility, but in the database we will get this facility. So if the advantage of database will come, we can elaborate this one. So let's see the PDF here. They have given some definition here. File system. Okay, they have written here. So file system they have discussed. Database. Limitation of file system. They have access here. Okay, whatever I have told you. Difficulty in access. Okay. Data redundancy. Here, that means it will difficult to access the different files present in the different formats. Data inconsistency. Data inconsistency occurs when the same data maintained in different places do not match. Okay. If a student wants to get change the spelling of her name, it needs to be changed in S name column in both the files. So likewise, if a student leaves the school, details need to be deleted from both the files. So it will be problem. Data isolation. Both the files are presented here. They have given some table at are related to the students, but there is no link or mapping between them. That is the isolation. That means data should be set. Here in the file system, it is separated. It is not linked. Data dependence. So all the data will be dependent upon each other. Control data sharing. Okay, these are the things you will get. These are the things. Then what is database management system? Limitation of the faced in the file system can be overcome by storing the data in database so the data are logically related. So we can organize the related data in database so that it can be managed in an efficient and easy organized collection of data. A database management system DBMS or database system in a short is a software that can be used to create and manage the database. Okay. So what is a DBMS? It is one software to create and manage the clear. DBMS lets user to create database, store, manage, update, modify, and retrieve the data from the database by user or application program. Some examples of open source commercial DBMS: MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, Microsoft Access, MongoDB. Okay. So if the question arises, what are the difference application you are using for developing the database programs? Okay, so first one is your MySQL. You are using already. PostgreSQL. Some companies are using MS Access, Microsoft Access. Okay, then your MongoDB. Okay, so these are some application you will get, and in this application you will be starts doing some database program or database table. That create some database table or other things. So database system hides certain details about how data are actually stored and maintained. Thus, it provides users with an abstract view of the data that is called the table. So DBMS serves as an interface between the database and the end user or application program. Okay, so it is the middleman, is the interface between what? The database and the end user who is using this one. So use of database in real life application. If the question arises where you are using this, first is banking. In banking sector, many more transaction daily basis. Okay, lakhs of transaction is going on. So all the things are storing under the data. Suppose you are doing some transaction in your bank accounts. Okay, so online medium or any other medium, then the data should be it should be saved in the database. Crop loan. If anyone is taking some loans, other things. Okay, the history, other things should be stored. Inventory management, product details, customer information, order details. Suppose you are using some online shopping site, Flipkart database, sorry, Amazon, Myntra. So whenever you are shopping there, the data should be stored there. Yes or no? Your all the records should be there, whatever you have ordered based on that. Then organizational resource management, employee record, salary details, department information, branch location. So in every organization, they have the database to store the employee records, okay, employee salary details, department information, online shopping. Okay, then these are the things they have given. So next is we'll focus on here. Key concept in DBMS. What is a schema? Database schema. It is the structure, design of a database. Okay, it is the skeleton of the database that represent the structure, the table name, and their fields and columns. Suppose you make a student table. Okay, So when you make the student table, along with we add some column, roll number, name, date of birth, mobile number. Okay. So all the things, this field name or column name, including the table name, is called what? The design of the table, or in technical term, database term, we'll call it a database schema. Clear now? You can see here, teacher is there, office tab is there. Teacher will use some query, office tab will use some query. DBMS software process the query and access the database and its definition. Student, guardian, attendance. Everything will be retrieved here. This is the database catalog. Then data constraint. What is that? It should be some constraint or restriction will be applied on a particular data or particular column. That is called data constraint. Metadata. The database schema along with various constraints on the data is stored by DBMS in database catalog or dictionary. It is called what? Metadata. Data about the data. Okay. Along with database schema along with various constraints. Database instance. When you define database structure or schema, state of database is empty, no data entry is there. Okay. Then query, what is a query? It is a request to database for obtaining the information in desired way. So then come to very important relational data model. What is that? Different types of DBMS are available and their classification is done based on the underlying data model. So what data model is describing? Describe the structure of the database, including how the data are defined and represented, relationship among the data and the constraint. Okay, what are the different relationships we are forming among the data and their different constraint. In relational model, tables are called relation that store data for different columns. Each table can have multiple columns where each column name should be unique. Okay, you can see student table, attendance table, guardian table. One table, guardian, these are the column names. Student table, these are the column names. Attendance table, these are the. Okay, so you can see here. Suppose this is a table, guardian table. In the guardian table, relation the guardian with 4 attribute or 4 column: guide, G name, G phone, G address. And these are called what? Record. This complete one is called one record or tuple. So they can ask you, they will give you a particular table in your examination. They will ask you to find out which one is your column, okay, which one is your row. Other name of the row is tuple. The other name of the column you can call it field or attributes, whatever. Okay, I'm writing here column name. Column or attributes or fields. Okay, row, record or tuple. Other name. Clear now? Okay. Then another very good concept is degree and cardinality. Okay, degree and cardinality. Okay, so degree refers to number of attributes, number of column. Cardinality refers to number of rows. Clear? Number of attributes, number of columns. Okay, cardinality refers to number of rows. Clear my point? Very much important concept. They will give you one table as per, okay, what is the degree and cardinality of this table. So degree means number of means how many columns are present. You can see here in this table how many columns, 1 2 3 4. That's why the number of attributes is 4 and number of row is 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 5 record, one record, second record, third record, fourth record, fifth record. Okay, clear? Here they have mentioned here. Take the screenshot. Domain is the pool of values, set of values which an attribute can take in each degree cardinal. Chalo. The next one is the key. Keys in a relation. What is the key? Why the key is required? So the tuples within relation must be distinct. That means the rows or record in a relation it must be unique. There should not be any duplicate data. Okay, and it means no two tuples in a table should have the same value for all the attributes. That is, there should be at least one attribute in which data should be distinct and not null. Okay, that way we can uniquely distinguish each tuple of a relation. So first one is your primary key. So what is a primary key? Primary key is uniquely identify a record in database. Suppose an example, student table. The student table, roll number should be the primary key. Okay, roll number should be the primary key because it is uniquely identify the record. So here they have taken the guardian table. Guardian ID is the primary key. Clear my point? That means this is unique for all the records. There should not be any repetition, same value. That's why it is chosen as primary. Then what is candidate key? Relation can have one or more attributes. So including the roll number plus name, we can call as a candidate. Okay, can be used one or more attribute that takes distinct value. Any of these attributes can be used to uniquely identify the tuple of the relation. Such attributes are called candidate key, and each of them are candidate key for the primary. Okay, each of them are candidate for the primary key. That means whatever the candidate key will choose, both of us combinedly can also define the record uniquely. Suppose they have taken in the relational guardian out of which, okay, 4 attributes, 4 column, they have taken guardian ID and guardian 4. Always take unique value. No two guardians will have the same phone number and same GUI. So which one you will choose for the candidate key? Is telling, suppose roll number you will take, okay, not name will take, suppose mobile number. Okay, so you can see the roll number and mobile number, it is different for every student. It will not same at all. Okay, so what is composite primary key? If no single attribute is relation in a table to uniquely distinguish the tuple, then more than one attribute are taken together primary key. Yes, if only one single attribute is not sufficient to uniquely identify the record, you can add something. Suppose in a relation attendance table, roll number cannot be used as primary key, as roll number of the same students will appear in another row for a different date. Similarly, in relation attendance date cannot be used as primary key because same date is repeated for each roll number. However, combination of these we can make. Okay, so you can see here the attendance. They have make one attendance table. Attendance table you can see here. Attendance date, roll number, attendance status. Okay, so he's telling this one here. Foreign key. Foreign key is used the relation between two tables. Not in one table we cannot make the relation. Okay, in one table the same column should be primary key, and the where it will be retrieved. Okay, where it will be derived, it is called foreign key. Where the value should be repeated, it is called foreign key. Where the value is unique, it is called primary key. You can see here, student roll number is there. Okay, S name, attendance roll number is there. Okay, student attendance database with the primary key and foreign attendance. So These are the things somebody will get from here. Chalo, okay. Then you can see some questions based on it, and table they have given sports preference, and based on that they have asked some question. Okay, so we'll discuss this type of question here. Some main important concept, fundamental things I have discussed with you. Next class I'll discuss, okay, the query part, how to create a query, what are the different languages are there, okay, how to interface a Python, how to write a Python program and connect to the database. All things will be read in the next class. Okay, so thank you for the today's class.